Did you hear? Two big shots arrived.
Lucky he hasn't realized that.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Fine. What is she doing with him?
They say witches have no need to plough. Did you know?
Yes?
Do we wait until the Honorable Lady is...
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't...
No passing.
You know this one.
Soldier! They say witches have no need to plough. Did you know that?
Oh, fuck, dirty rotten
I don't like
traitors. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum.
That one struts about as if he were the king himself.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
I didn't realise.
That prostitute truth?
Isn't that right?
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
That one struts about. Haven't had this kind of time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one.
In Flotsam, we cut...
I was looking...
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see.
Ah, so did I fail?
Commandant,
or-
sir. We caught the witches sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally.
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo, then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
The Kingslayer. That's who I want. Huge man, pretty hard to mistake.
Was it him?
Yeah, he killed Foltest. Now he's sneaking around these woods.
In that case, we'll get him too. I heard you killed the Kairan. Flotsam is grateful. Let's say that squares the crimes of your friends. They're free to go. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do.
They haven't proved their loyalty already, placing walls between Yorveth and themselves?
They understand that bandit, Witcher. They share his language, his methods, his beliefs. We let them live among us, but we watch them. One night, they just might cut our throats and open the gates.
Talk like that makes me sick.
You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorvith's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse.
How do we get...
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against it. I've an idea. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the...
What's on the barge? Their infamous leader joins them. The chariot...
Couldn't have put it better, Mike. As long as Yorvith remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep... I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get...
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudice. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance.
I'm a witch.
Of course you don't. Help us.
I'll see what I...
Are you... Farewell.
I killed... So, Dan...
As we...
You've got a heap of soldiers for such a...
Bandits swarm to trading routes like flies to... With the last Temerian out...
I guess...
He's stubborn, it's true. But he's met his match. And I'm not about... The citizens of Flotsam, if need be, will remind...
Right, 10 minutes left. Locked container. What a pity.
No passage.
No passage.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor. That one struts about as if he
Add
was
flour into the mix and it...
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
Oh, reasonable.
We'll meet later. Don't forget...
Quest failed.
Well, well. How's the Commandant?
It's people like him who might help us.
Or put us in shackles and throw us into the river.
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge.
Did he mention if Kieran ep Esnalen, Yorvith's right-hand elf, is among them?
No.
He may know something about the...
Let's pay him a visit.
Finally, some good information.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch. Or your pouch and your life. What did he say? It's the third option. Then his hand inched towards his knife.
What are you...
To speak with the wounded.
No one's a...
I'm here on Commandant...
I heard he cut a deal with you, but...
So get out of my way.
He won't tell you much. He's dying.
Okay.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axii sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Igni.
It's no use.
You wish, Horson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
Vadgun? Where am I?
In Flotsam. On the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
Yes, you are.
How did Laredo's goons catch Yorvith's right-hand elf?
I was betrayed. How else?
There's a Witcher in Yorvith's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused, and there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit, thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Laredo's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
Why does the Dwan want Yorvith?
He used us from the start. Our hatred. But he no longer needs Yorvith.
What does Yorvith want?
Go plow yourself.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself. We got what we came.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynplaine. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last. Fighting makes sense, now more than ever before. There is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom.
So, another memory.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avallac'h, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And they made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
No, that's a bit cruel. Wow. So, a wild hunt.
Geralt, are you all right?
I've been to the Isle of Avallac'h, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Ciri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance, growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in a forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Nice. So at last some memories are back. I'm going to save here. Be sure. And I wish you a great time. See you in the next part.